Well, I've always been involved in all of the arts. I've been dancing since I was a kid. Got involved in music and creative writing as I grew up. And growing into college, I tried to stay involved in those different types of art. I did my college thesis about the arts. It was a production called Blackbird that combined all the different arts together to tell one story. And it was an amazing experience for me and for the other students that were involved in that. And as I grew and got older, I was teaching dance in the area and was trying to find a way to take the experience that I'd had with my thesis and put it into something tangible for other people. And slowly over the years, it kind of evolved into this idea of a place where kids could come and adults too and learn the arts and learn how to do them correctly and get quality training, but also have that encouragement to express themselves and to put their arts into something tangible of their own. We have music. We do different private lessons. We have guitar, voice, piano, violin, percussion. We also do music classes starting with preschool. We have creative writing classes for elementary kids all the way up through adults. We have visual art. We have sewing. We have theater classes, and we have dance classes. Well, as a nonprofit, we're able to use lower tuition rates so kids don't have to pay quite as much. And then we also have our scholarship fund for those who can't afford the tuition rates. But an average kid, if they were going to pay, it's about $46 for an hour class. They would pay that once a month, so $46 a month for them to take one class. And a lot of our kids, though, take 6 or 7 hours of classes a week, so when you multiply that, it gets to be quite a bit without the scholarship fund. Donations, whenever we get large donations from corporations, we put about 10% of that into our scholarship fund. People can donate directly to the scholarship fund and earmark it for that. We always have a donation jug in the lobby, and people can drop their pennies and quarters and dimes in there, so lots of different ways. Well, initially when we opened last year, we had a small music area back there, 2 private lesson rooms and a small education space. Last summer we outgrew the space for our dance and music, so we had to add on to our building. And we added a larger music classroom. So we have a space back there that we're actually going to tear down a wall between one of the private lesson rooms and the old music room and make it into a larger space that can be used for some computer equipment that will be used for some new music classes that we can do, as well as some potential film classes as well. It means a lot. It's neat to see people actually take an idea that wasn't theirs and grab a hold of it and get involved in it, because there are so many different things out there that people can get behind and people can support. And a lot of people haven't in the past seen the value of arts education outside of classes. And the more you look at it and the more you research it, the more you see that arts education helps kids not only with their artistic side, but it also helps them mentally and emotionally and with relationships and all kinds of things. And so it's really neat to see people start to grasp that idea and see how these classes are making a difference in our kids and in our adults that also take classes. And it's awesome to see people get behind that. We're not going to spend it all at once. We're going to use a huge chunk of it to provide that new equipment and new classroom sets of instruments, but then we're going to put the rest of it aside for scholarship kids that come in the future, and for kids that may want to take private lessons that can't afford to bring their own instrument. We'll start to provide some of the instruments here as well. I can think of a particular student who homeschooled, not much socialization, had some socialization problems that he was trying to deal with and his mom was trying to help him deal with, and came and took some of our music classes, some of our musical theater offerings, and just over a period of 3 or 4 months, it was amazing to see him come out of his shell and start to focus on something other than just the tiny things he was focusing on before, and able to start to be a part of a group and a group production. And he's not the only one. There are so many of them in all of our departments that they come in here and they get encouraged that the ideas that they have and the words that are inside of their heads and the music and the dance inside of them is worth something. And it's really cool to see them come out of their shells, I guess, in a way.